Hey guys, your Vintage Stick here, and today we're ranking horror movies.
What the hell are you doing?
Ranking horror movies.
Alright. What just happened? Alright, so today we're ranking horror movies here. He's more of a movie guy than I am.
Oh yeah.
Listen, he's seen a lot more of these than I have. I know my good few.
It's pretty split, I'd say.
So, why don't we keep Twilight? Have either of us seen Twilight on here?
No.
Well, okay. So this is our list of we haven't seen.
Yeah. I apologize.
It's a little disappointing. I'm not even gonna lie.
Some of those are definitely must-watches.
Like Carrie.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead or Land of the No. All right, but anyway, so let's get it started off with Saw 4.
Saw 4. Okay. Now I am the expert Saw guy in this situation. I'm gonna say Saw 4. It's not quite better than Saw 3 or Saw 2 or Saw 1. So I feel comfortable giving it a B tier.
A solid B tier.
Solid B tier.
All right, we're just gotta scroll up a little bit here. Bam. All right, so we have. How did that get back there?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we have Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Now, personally, I like A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It's probably one of the best ones. It's the
return of Nancy, because after the second movie, she wasn't in that one.
Yeah. And so, I'd say with the plot and everything, I say it's a solid
A.
Yeah, I'd give it an A. Yeah.
A. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, The Fly.
The Fly. Okay. The Fly is a classic. So, but I don't know if it's anything too special. I'd probably give it a B or an A, wherever you feel comfortable.
I'm gonna give it top of the B if you want, if that's fine with you.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Let me add a tier right here for us. Oh wait, that's editing. My apologies. How do I add one here? Oh, perfect. I forgot. Hello? Oh, add a row below. Here we are. All right. So we are adding a row for Universal Monsters. We are not ranking Universal Monsters. This thing does not work. Universal Monsters. That's pretty much like Frankenstein, Dracula. Invisible Man. Yeah, all those guys. Saw 5.
Saw 5. Okay, so I gotta say, Saw movies did start to go downhill as we got further into the 2000s. I would say I'd put Saw 5 maybe B tier, but below Saw 4, or maybe even C tier.
Want to put it in C tier? All right. Well, of course, we'll go over and we'll do a final draft at the end of the video.
Yeah.
So, Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods. I love Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's an actual classic.
I'm willing to give it S tier.
Yeah, I feel like it does everything great in a horror movie that should be done. And I agree with Kane here. It's a good movie. Okay,
here's where we get a little bit divisive. Because I hate New Nightmare.
I think it gets a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve.
It deserves it.
I don't think it does.
It does. It's a meta piece of dog crap. It sucks. We could average it out.
I mean, we'll average it out. How about
C?
C? Yeah. C. All right. But I feel like it just gets a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve. Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. That's all you, buddy.
All right. So Shaun of the Dead. It's an interesting piece. It's not really horror, but it still has zombies and everything. So it has the characteristics of a horror movie. But I feel it's a great piece that I enjoyed watching it, and it was a good kill count by dead meat. We're both dead meat enjoyers here.
James A. Janice, love him.
So we're gonna put. I'm gonna put. I'd say like low A. I'll put it like right there.
That's valid. Okay, Nightmare 5, A Dream Child.
That's a weird one.
It's weird, and it is part of the era of nightmare movies where they just went really downhill. It's still better than New Nightmare.
You want to put it at the top of the C?
Top of the C, or even somewhere towards the bottom of B, I'd be okay with.
Okay, we'll do top of the C, because it was still a weird one. Night of the Living Dead. So, we are natives to Pennsylvania. Well, he's a native to Pennsylvania. I'm not. And we gotta love this movie a little bit. There's a museum for it all over the place, and so it's a classic.
A tier.
Yeah, we'll put it with the A's.
Just for all the aspects of
what it brings. So Terrifier 2, it's a gruesome horror movie.
That's all you.
And it's honestly, I've seen like part of the movie. Like I've only seen like half of it, but from what I've seen, I did like Terrifier. I kind of want to finish it off. So I'll give it top of B.
Solid.
So top of B, yeah, that'll work. Evil Dead Rise, the newest one. So I watched the first one, and so in the first one, I don't know why I'm bringing the first one in, but the deaths were more gruesome but more intricate and well designed, and I really liked them. Not so many here, and they tried to do what they did in The Shining with like the whole blood through the elevator thing. So they didn't really bring too much new to the table, but the final death scene, I did like that. And so I will be putting that. I'll put it mid B.
Fair with me. I haven't seen it.
So.
Halloween H2O. Okay, so Halloween movies. I think to begin, I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween. I appreciate it for what it is. I like the first movie. I like the Rob Zombie movies, but H2O, it wasn't really my thing. I don't know if you want to weigh in at all.
I haven't seen H2O, so. Well,
see.
Do you want to put?
See.
Do you think it's still better than New Nightmare?
Oh no! You could put. Better than it? Yes, it's better than New Nightmare. I apologize. That is New Nightmare. You will see me put at the bottom.
All right.
Jordan Peele's Us.
Have either of us seen it?
I have not.
I have not either. I thought we. All right. Well, never mind. Friday the 13th.
Friday 5.
5. So,
Friday 5 is the one I believe that did not even have Jason in it. It was the one with the killer that was not him.
Oh yeah, that's right. But so
I personally don't like it. I think that's when they started to become a little bit more ridiculous. But it is still a Friday the 13th movie. I'd be okay with C or B.
In front of Nightmare 5? Or below Saw 5?
B tier.
Below 5. Alright. Saw the final chapter. Good stuff.
Okay. So, it still... We're still in the era of Saw that kind of sucks. I gotta be honest. But I would put it... I kind of liked it more than I liked Saw... what do we have, 4 and 5?
Yeah, we have Saw 4 and 5.
I would put it above Saw 4 and 5. Kind of group them all together.
All right. That's a fair point. We got another Universal monster, Frankenstein.
Thanks. Gotta appreciate it.
I do like Frankenstein. Frankenstein has always been a cool monster.
Scary Movie 3. It's not the best scary movie by any means.
But it's not Scary Movie 5.
But it's not Scary Movie 5.
We'll put it that way.
I don't know. I know it's kind of basic, but B or C?
We'll put it.
C, and then we can put the rest of them in B or A.
See, because it's not really a horror movie. I can't really put it above.
No, you're right. I would put it maybe. I see a good spot right there between Nightmare and H2O. What do you think?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's a good spot. All right, Child's Play 2.
I like Child's Play 2. It's still the early era of Chucky.
You get to still see like all the
some cool kills, like the kill with the pogo stick.
Oh yeah.
Child's Play A or above, up to you where you want to put it.
I'm feeling Chucky 1 should go in S tier. I feel like Child's Play 2 can go behind.
That's valid.
Nightmare 3. The Dead Zone. Oh wait.
No. Yeah.
Saw
1. Saw 1. I love Saw 1. Saw 1, if you let me, I'm putting it in S.
Oh, I'll let you, because I feel like with a dawn of a franchise, I feel like their first movies are always going to be their best.
Oh, yeah.
Because it shows off the new characters, the new storylines that they can follow through, and it's
Yeah, simple traps. It was awesome. It was awesome. Reanimator. Have you seen Reanimator?
I don't think I have.
Reanimator is a good movie about a mad scientist who brings people back to life. Some pretty cool. It got a little bit outlandish towards the ending of the movie, and the sequel is even worse. But I'd say Reanimator 1, I would put in B tier.
B tier?
B tier.
What are you thinking in B tier?
B tier? I see. Maybe after Terrifier, because it's pretty solid.
It's a solid movie?
Yeah, like if you want to put Terrifier at the top of B, Reanimator could be after it.
From what I've heard, I feel like I could watch Reanimator too, and I feel like I could enjoy it, and I do like outlandish things.
Okay.
All right, The Conjuring. I love the Conjuring movies. They're like some of the best ones I've ever seen. I'm more of a Conjuring 2 kind of guy, but that's also because it's the hardest I ever made my dad laugh. Because there's a scene in The Conjuring 2 where he goes, "What is your name, demon?" And all I go is, "My name is Jeff." But Conjuring 1, I feel like still has a great place. I feel like that's top of A. I'd put that ahead of A Nightmare 3. So, all right. Saw 3.
Saw 3 is really good, dude, because it's the last movie at the time where John Kramer was still alive, because he dies at the end of the movie. It's pretty good. There's some solid traps in that movie too. It's not above Saw 1, but I would be okay with it in low A or top of B.
We'll put it above Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Saw or Scary Movie 4.
Scary Movie 4 is the best scary movie in my opinion. Although I do like 1 and 2.
I think 1 is my personal favorite.
The fact that it has Shaquille O'Neal and Dr. Phil in it, and it's kind of a mock-up of just so many different movies.
Especially with Shaquille O'Neal and Dr. Phil being in a mock-up of Saw.
Yeah, oh yeah. Billy the Puppet's right there on the poster. Yeah, I like Scary 4. It has a really good open, really good middle, really good end. So, where's our other scary movie at?
Well, we put it in C, remember? Right between A New Nightmare and H2O.
Before The Fly?
Before The Fly, you think that?
It's up to you.
Again, I feel like it's rude to put it in front of actual horror movies, but I feel like it. Then again, I haven't seen the actual Saws. Well, how about we put it above New?
That I'm actually okay with that, because I still do. Saw does still hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky's really good. It's in my opinion, one of the last good ones. Not the last, but one of the last. I really like it. I like the kills in it. It's pretty solid. I mean, for a Child's Play movie, I would put it next to our other one, honestly.
Our old one, we put it right here?
Yeah.
Put it before it? All right. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. I'm putting this at the top of S tier if you'll let me, because that is my favorite horror movie. It's artistic. It's a little bit of torture porn, but overall it's really, really good. Like, I love that movie.
All right.
Everything about it.
I mean, I can say I do like the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre the most out of all of them. It's probably my favorite. So, you want to put it at the top of the S?
Yeah, if you'll let me.
All right. For right now, top of the S with Texas Chainsaw. So this is one of the new Halloweens. I can't tell if that no. So that's the second new Halloween. That's when he survives the fire and decides to like spread fear tactics in it. I didn't like the people. I did like the kills. I did like the first kill with like the fireman saving him. Probably the coolest kill of the Halloween series. I do like that one. So I'd be okay with putting this in a B tier. I like the plot was kind of weird, but I do like it. I'd put it above Terrifier because I still haven't seen fully Terrifier, but I have seen.
If you like it that much, you could put it in front of Reanimator too.
All right. Well, we'll put it there for right now.
Scary Movie
5.
2.
Oh, that's 2.
That one's 2.
We haven't gotten to 5 yet. 5's over here.
Scary Movie 2 might actually be the funniest of them all. It's super outlandish and super funny. So, honestly, I think I'd put Scary Movie... I wouldn't put it before Scary Movie 4, but maybe next to it, because it holds up.
Next to it? Alright, we'll put it right here. Perfect.
Yeah.
Alright. I keep looking at the dead zone. Freddy versus Jason.
People hate Freddy versus Jason, but I love Freddy versus Jason.
I, as well, love Freddy versus Jason. I have actually gotten to meet both Robert Englund and Ken Kersinger, the guy who plays Jason in this one, and I can say they're both great. They're both very nice fellows.
A tier or S tier?
I'm willing to put it. I feel like it's a good top A tier. I like
That's pretty solid, yeah.
Oh. All right. Now we're on to Halloween 5.
Halloween 5, okay. So, it's been a while since I've watched Halloween 5, I won't lie to you. For a Halloween movie, if I remember correctly, I think it holds its weight pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to slap it next to Halloween H2O, in front of it, though?
Yeah, we'll slap it right before. See, the fives go together. It's when there's like they start to hit the
franchises kind of have the same theme there.
They hit the weird parts of their so.
Friday 3, okay. The first 4 Fridays are really good. Friday 3 is when Jason gets the hockey mask for the first time, I believe. It's the one where he also ends the movie hanging in the barn. It's a very campy movie. You got a whole bunch of cliches in it, but that's what Friday is supposed to be. And I think for a Friday movie, it's actually pretty dang good. We have another one on the board right now, don't we?
We have Friday.
Oh, Friday 5. No, I would put that one in A tier. I'd put Friday
3.
I'd put Friday 3 in A tier.
What are you thinking in an A tier? Like
for a slasher, I mean, I would put it.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna do some reshuffling here.
In between Nightmare and Chucky, maybe.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's valid. I have not seen Friday.
Jason Goes to Manhattan.
Yeah,
it's awful. At one point, someone gets their head punched off by Jason. It's not a very good movie. It is worse than Friday 5.
You'll put it at Friday 5?
After Friday 5, I don't care if you put it in C tier or
is it still better than A New Nightmare?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll put it
It's better than Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
All right, we'll slap it there.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe put it between Halloween 5 and Nightmare 5.
I'll put it there. Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn is a classic movie.
It is.
It's creepy. Like you watch it and you actually get the chills. I mean, just because of how classic it is, I would honestly put it in A or B.
All right, I feel.
I'd say A tier.
Yeah, A tier.
Before Shaun of the Dead, please.
Why?
Like in front of it.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we owe it to Children of the Corn to give it more than Shaun of the Dead.
Well, Shaun of the Dead, again, is a comedy. It's not a horror movie. All right, Terrifier 2. Now, neither of us have actually watched this one, but I've heard really, really good reviews of it, and that's another one I have on my bucket list to watch. So, for the reviews I've heard, I've seen some of the kills. The kills are actually really cool. I'd put it, for the kills alone, I'd put it above Evil Dead, right there.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll trust you.
And until I watch it, I feel like that's a fair spot to put it. Final Destination.
Final Destination's a really good movie.
These are the movies, or the reason why I can't drive next to a semi-truck.
That would be Final Destination 2 that you're referring to. This one's the one with the plane crash.
I still can't.
It's pretty good. It'll give you a fear of flying, honestly. Yeah. Final Destination, A or S. Honestly, if it's S, bottom of S, but I'd say maybe A.
I feel like before.
Your call.
Like I said, I'll put it right there.
All right.
Seed of Chucky. This is yours.
Seed of Chucky, I think, is the last good Chucky movie. Just in my personal opinion, there's a lot of themes in that movie that are controversial, but it's pretty well made, I'd say. It's goofy. It's goofy. It's a little scary. There's cool kills. Where drag it up. See where our other Chucky movies are at.
I believe we have. I think we have. They're in. One of them. No, I thought one of them.
It's not as good as Bride of Chucky. I would put it after that.
Right here.
Yeah.
That look good to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. How did this get here?
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know how did this stay here, man?
Child's Play 3. Child's Play 3. It's Child's Play 3. I mean, it's a pretty good movie. I would put it. It's not as good as Child's Play 2. And it's not. I don't know. I would maybe put it. Right after Child's Play 2.
Right here.
Personally.
Again, I haven't seen that one, so. All right, it comes at night. Does it?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, I thought.
Nope.
Wreck. All right, this one was a good one.
That's all you.
So Wreck was a Ford movie. If I'm remembering correctly, Wreck is in a hotel where like an outbreak of a disease starts, and like they get quarantined. And one of the things was a guy was on like a balcony, and he was like screaming down to the police, and they just straight up shoot him. It has actual genuine creep factor to me. But then again, I don't like confined spaces. But I do think I don't think it's better than probably the Saw. I don't think it's. I feel like. This is a hard one.
Figure it out.
I'm figuring it out. I feel like it's better than Evil Dead Rise.
Think so.
But I don't know if it's better. I'll put it in front of Terrifier 2 for the time being. I'll update y'all. All right. Halloween.
This Halloween's all in.
So this is the first of the new trilogy of Halloween. I thought it was pretty good. It was a good remake. It was a good remaster of like the series, a good revival, if you will. And so I wouldn't put it in S tier, but I would put it at least. I'd put it. You mind if I put it in front of your Saw?
Go ahead. I was actually going to petition to move this Saw, though.
What, the Saw?
Yeah.
To where?
To between Friday and Child's Play.
All right, that's absolutely fine.
Purge.
The Purge.
This is how you start a franchise. I really like The Purge. The Purge is a solid movie. Home invasion stuff is really, really scary, really cool to me. And Purge has aspects of that. I think it's a really cool concept. So I would put it in A tier.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to put it in an S as a good start for a birth of a franchise?
We could. Bottom of S.
Bottom of S. I would agree with The Purge being, like, I think it's the only Purge I've seen, actually. Other than the newest one, but the newest one was kind of weird. But the new It, for Chapter 1, that's a good remake.
New horror movies really get a bad rap, but I gotta say It
did it
does it right.
Like, they did everything perfect in this one, and I'd slap it up an S.
It is creepy enough. I wouldn't mind you putting it in S. I wouldn't put it above Saw, but it could belong in S, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lighthouse.
Okay, now
that's a good psychological one.
This one is awesome. I actually love The Lighthouse. I would think I would rank it maybe in my top 10 movies of all time. So, if you'll let me put it in S, I'm gonna.
All right. You want to put that ahead of Purge, or do you want to put it below Purge?
I'd like to put it between Saw and It, if you don't mind.
Saw and It?
Yeah.
All right. I really like The Lighthouse, too. So, all right.
Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser. It is perfectly gory. It is perfectly made. It has such a mind F concept. It's a good movie. I mean, I would put it above the slashers that we have in A. I think maybe after Freddy vs. Jason, though.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. All right. The Conjuring 2.
All you.
I love The Conjuring 2 because it's so there's great creepy elements. I love the exorcism parts. Like the whole flash, like the alluding to the nun, even though the nun sucked. I feel like it's a good movie. I do really enjoy it. Where did we put The Conjuring 1? Where did I put that one? I'd put that ahead of The Conjuring 1. Maybe Final Destination even.
Okay.
So I feel like that's a good one right there.
Yep.
All right.
Christine. Okay. Now, a movie about a car that kills people. That is just awesome. I gotta say, it's a classic too. I think it came out. I want to say 80s, but I'm gonna look stupid if I'm wrong. It's a car that kills people. But it manages to also make itself serious. So I think it does a really good job. It's not S tier. It's somewhere between A and B, in my opinion.
I know like the basic premise of it, and I do like the idea. It's a very creative idea.
Yeah.
And I'm always one for creativity. I'd put that above Shaun of the Dead, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whatever you want.
I'm gonna slap it right below Children of the Corn.
Works for me.
Alrighty. A Nightmare 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Freddy was not too goofy in this movie.
He was creepy. He was funny.
The scene with his arms out walking down the alley, that's just awesome. Like that's what comes to mind when I think of it.
The deaths are great. This launched Johnny Depp's career. This is like his first movie he did.
Yeah, too bad he was only in the movie for like a little bit.
For like 30 minutes.
The effects, the kills, yeah, man.
I love Nightmare.
Freddy coming out of a wall, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd put that. If you would be so kind to let me.
Yeah,
I'd put it.
That'll work.
That's beautiful. Insidious. I hated Insidious.
I haven't watched it.
It's a goofy movie. Personally, I mean, it's just the premise was weird. It's like a. What's the movie about where you like it's like the spinning dreidel and you like it's a dream, like you go deeper and deeper into dreams?
Inception.
Yeah, Inception. It's like that. You go into a dream to try and fight ghosts.
Oh.
Didn't like it. It was goofy.
Okay.
I'd put it in E. I'd say it's worse than A New Nightmare.
Would you?
I would.
Okay.
I didn't like it. Jason X.
Jason X gets a bad rap, and it deserves it a little bit. It's not worse than Friday 5, but Jason in space is just goofy. Like, come on now.
Like, it's Jason in space. Like, I mean, listen to the title.
No franchise really does in-space movies good. Like, Leprechaun in space sucked. Hellraiser in space sucked. Jason in space, the only thing it has going for it is that it's Jason.
Yeah.
It is Jason's, though, but it could be, so it's better than Friday 5, but in-space movies just aren't it for me.
Yeah. Scary Movie 5. You want to bash it?
Scary Movie 5. Okay. How do you make a movie with Snoop Dogg bad? You make it the 5th sequel.
And you make it PG.
Yeah, PG-13. I mean, come on now.
You basically take away everything about the man to make him funny.
D or E?
Well, I'll slap it in E. I'd put it above Insidious.
Yeah, I mean, just because it has roots behind it. Okay. Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is a good movie, dude. It's a really good movie. Dude, getting out of my bed at night, I can't because I think some little kid is going to stab me in my what is that tendon there?
Oh, your Achilles?
Yeah, dude. Pet Sematary is a classic, and I love it.
And this is actually the good one instead of that crappy remake that they did recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we saying A for it?
A? Yeah, it deserves A. It deserves A just for the fact that it's a classic, and I would put it between Saw and Child's Play, maybe, but that's just my personal opinion. It's up to you.
Saw and Child's Play. Right here?
Yeah.
All right. Hellraiser 2. That's all you, buddy.
Hellraiser 2. Hellraiser 2 is actually a really good movie because it shows the first instance of hell in the Hellraiser movie. It's like a labyrinth. Really cool stuff. Honestly, that I have nightmares about it. Like, not regularly, but it's easy to have nightmares about it because it's scary. Like, honestly, it's scary. And again, it gets points just for being Hellraiser because Hellraiser is such a cool concept.
So, where are you thinking for this one?
Is
it better than the first one?
It's not. It's about on par with it, so I'd maybe put it after.
All right, that's understandable.
The Ring, I believe that's what that is.
No, I thought The Ring was further down.
Then I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, there's The Ring right there.
I have not watched whatever that movie is.
I don't know what that is either. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
People hate this movie, but I love it.
It's goofy, but it's goofy in the right way.
It's goofy for an 80s movie, you know? Like,
yeah.
The effects are terrible, the premise is terrible, but it's lovable, you know? Like, they're recognizable. I would say B is very appropriate. right after Saw, you think?
Yeah.
That works.
Ahead of the scary movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. House of Frankenstein.
Universal.
Again, Universal. It Follows.
It Follows is a really cool premise because it's like if you mix the horror movie
with like a
getting a bad STD
or like one of those advertisements like the war, like what they did in the 80s for like crack cocaine.
Yeah. It's really good. I mean,
yeah.
It's simple. I mean, I'd put it in B. B for basic. But maybe at the end of B because it's not anything special. But it's a cool premise. Yeah, so I give it points for that.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th reboot does everything that a reboot should.
It does it. Apparently, it does it better than
Nightmare on Elm Street reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Texas Chainsaw reboots. Friday the 13th reboot is campy, but just how it needs to be. Like it has cliches, but exactly how it needs to be because that's what the Friday the 13th franchise was built on.
So we're thinking...
I mean, it's better than the Friday movies that we have on there now. I would say it's better than Part 3 even. Not better than Nightmare 3.
So
right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Good idea. The Shining. So I had to do a book report on The Shining. And Stephen King has even said that this movie is one of his least favorites. Because it butchers his book completely.
Yep. People are going to hate me. I've watched it.
I've watched it too.
It's long.
Oh, it's boring.
It's long.
Boring.
It's a classic. I'll give it points for being a classic. But me personally, The Shining just isn't my thing.
No. I'd put it at top of the C.
Maybe between Nightmare and Friday. In C. We'll give it the bonus points for being the
classic.
Shining.
We'll give it That's boring. The Scary Movie.
The original.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I know I said that Scary Movie 4 was the best one, but I would put this above it just because
it's funny. It's good.
It's an awesome movie.
It's awesome. I love it.
Officer Doofy, man. I love Officer Doofy.
All right.
Put that. Where's our other scary movies at?
Right here.
Put it at the top of those.
Top of those.
Yeah.
You don't think a scary movie deserves an A?
Well.
Like bottom of A, top or
bottom of A, just because it started a really cool franchise.
Yeah, I think it deserves bonus points for that. The original Halloween.
The original Halloween is some pretty good stuff.
It's a good classic.
A simply like. A, S even.
Yeah, good. It's a good birth of a franchise.
Put it after it, but before The Purge.
After it, but before.
Yeah.
You mean after The Purge, but before it.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. I'll put that in S tier if you'll let me.
It's
another pretty good. I love Pamela Voorhees. It started one of the most iconic horror franchises known to man.
Do we put it hand in hand with a Nightmare?
Yeah. We got all our franchise starters there at the top.
Because the franchise starters are always the best.
American Psycho is awesome as a thriller and as a horror movie
and a psychological movie.
It is my favorite movie of all time. So obviously I'm a little bit biased. I'll put it in S.
I'll put it at top of A. I'll put it in front of Freddy vs. Jason.
I'm okay with that.
Because blasphemy. I haven't seen it, but I have seen the kill count.
You're watching that after. It's such a good movie, dude.
Halloween 4.
Do you just want to put it with our other Halloween movies?
Where's the other Halloween movies?
With Halloween 5 H2O, put it. It wasn't as washed out as it was in 5, so I'll maybe put it
there.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that'll work.
Evil Dead 2.
So Evil Dead 2, it's not as good. It's not as good as the remake or the newest one, and it's not as good as Evil Dead 1. I will stand by that. So
I mean, I haven't watched it, but correct me. Isn't it more of a comedy movie?
A little bit.
Okay.
So Evil Dead. I mean, look at that poster.
Yeah.
I'd put that. I'd put that above. Put that right around there. That'll work. Saw 6.
Okay, Saw 6 has some solid traps. It's it's still in the weird era of Saw. I mean, don't get me wrong, Saw is one of my favorite horror franchises, but Saw 6 is still in that weird era of Saw, when the movies just weren't as good. Saw 6, I believe, is Saw 3D. I could be wrong.
Oh, and it was during the gimmick of the 3D movies.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, good traps, but I would put it after. I'd put it after our list there, at the bottom of our list of Saw.
At bottom of a list of Saw?
Yeah. Kind of keep the Saw theme there in the B tier.
Yeah. Annabelle.
Don't look at me, dude.
Oh. I have not seen this Annabelle, but actually I haven't seen the Annabelles at all, but I can talk about the Annabelles. The Annabelle series is interesting. It's Ed and Lorraine Warren. I love the possession series, and of course Annabelle is a creepy concept on its own, like the spooky doll.
Did they redo Chucky?
No, it's a real thing.
Oh, okay. Like a Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, it's a Raggedy Ann doll. Like, the actual thing is a possessed Raggedy Ann doll that they keep in a box so that it can't move.
Okay.
So, I like Annabelle, but I wouldn't say it's better than Evil Dead. I'm not gonna lie. So, A Nightmare 4. So that's the one where they're in the mental hospital.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That one's good. It's funny.
It is kind of starting the era where things get weird.
Yeah, Freddy moves from being scary to being really goofy.
Cool kills. It has Nancy in it still.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd give it higher than what do we have? Nightmare 5. Definitely higher than Nightmare 5.
I'd put it ahead of It Follows.
Yeah, no, I would put it ahead of
the Jasons here, the Friday 13th.
I would put it in between our Jasons there.
Okay, yeah, that's a reasonable place.
Cloverfield. Okay, Cloverfield. It's about an attack from aliens, and it's a remake of an old movie. It's pretty solid. I've watched it like once or twice a while ago, so I can't speak too much on it. But I would say that I would say what's our go-to for okay movies? For
okay movies, our go-to. So that's B, right?
So far, it's been like B, C.
So
I'd maybe put it. I don't see. I feel it feels wrong putting it above The Shining. Maybe just under The Shining.
Just under it?
Yeah, and that kind of justifies my dislike for the fifth Nightmare more so.
Yeah, Cult of Chucky.
Cult of Chucky? Dude, I hate Cult of Chucky because...
It's crappy.
It's newer, and it's so weird, and it's kind of boring to watch if I'm being honest.
Honestly.
So, sorry to all the Cult of Chucky fans out there, but let me be honest. While he takes this call, this movie kind of sucks, and I'll let you put that in D tier. Honestly,
you'll put it worse than A New Nightmare.
Well, I would like New Nightmare to be an F tier, but you won't let me do that.
You know what? Here, we'll move it. Because I still think it's better than Insidious, but I'll put it bottom of D.
Okay.
All right. Halloween 2.
Halloween 2. I don't even think Halloween 3 is on this list, but Halloween 2. Halloween 2 picks up the night after Halloween 1. It's a direct continuation. It's the one where Laurie's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. There's a couple goofy moments in that one, if I'm being honest. But where's our? It doesn't get the bonus points that Halloween 1 has for starting the franchise.
Yeah, but it's like Halloween. It's like A Nightmare 3.
I would say bottom of A personally. So cut the middle, maybe throw it above Children of the Corn.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. Nosferatu.
Universal.
Again, we have to shout out the Universal monsters because again, without them, there's none of this. There's none of that. So again, Universal monsters pretty cool. The new
Forever Purge, I believe. I think you said you watched that one.
I've seen the kill count. I've seen a little bit of it. It's goofy. So instead of the Purge staying in the United States, it begins to span borders, and it goes to Canada and goes to Canada, and then starts going overseas where they just continue to purge.
Okay.
But the only safe haven is Mexico, and it follows a Mexican family through the movie, and it's kind of like a little bit of a more modern take and like a hey, it's like an immigrant story kind of. So, but I do like the movie. It has some It has a really cool like chase scene with a camera where like, and if you see the behind the scenes footage, oh, it's really cool. So where's our other purge?
Our other purge is in A, but we gave it bonus points. Or no, I'm sorry, it's in S.
Oh, well then, I wouldn't put it up that high. I'd put it like probably right there, or not right there.
Don't do it above the Saws. Do it between Killer Clowns and Saw.
All right, that's fine. Where are we at?
Jason Lives. Jason Lives is the introduction of Super Jason. That's
kind of goofy.
As he got resurrected, and the movie's not nearly as goofy as some of the other ones to come, but
goofy,
dude.
You feeling me?
It's Super Jason. I mean, he teleports. You know that Super Jason kind of sucks. Above Friday 5 though. Friday 5, I just have a bad taste in my mouth for Friday 5. You could put it higher in B tier and I would not be mad.
Yeah. All right. Child's Play.
That's the remake, I believe.
The remake wasn't that bad.
I've watched it one time and absolutely hated it. There's some behind the scenes stuff where the studio had the rights from the original guy and they kind of made the movie without asking him, which kind of sucks.
Kind of douchey.
I do not like that movie though. You could put that one below below Cult of Chucky, but wherever you want to put it, split the difference.
We'll split the difference. We'll put it between the Halloweens.
Okay.
Alien.
I love Alien.
I do like the xenomorphs. They're
Dude,
pretty cool.
Alien is such a good movie. The first one is still when it's a horror movie and not when it becomes an action movie in Alien 2 Aliens and Aliens 3. It's not an action movie at this point, and I think that does it really really good. And I'm honestly like not a big cat guy, but Jonesy the cat, love that guy.
So, I feel like this is a solid A tier, right?
Oh, I would put it in S.
An S?
Yeah.
Below Purge or...
Honestly, you could put it pretty close to the top, and I wouldn't mind. But wherever you want to put it, I'm cool with.
Split the difference. Slap it right there.
All right.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell is pretty freaking goofy. I'm not gonna lie. Jason dies in this one, like pretty much as soon as the movie starts, and if I remember correctly, some dude eats his heart and gets the powers of Jason, and Jason body swaps a whole bunch. And it's just kind of a weird movie. I'm not sure what number this one is in the Friday timeline, but I can tell you that it's boring. Put it below Friday 5.
Below Friday 5?
Below Friday 5.
You don't want to put it in C above Jason Takes Manhattan?
Jason Takes Manhattan is still... Actually, you know what? Put that worse than Jason Takes Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, that's... Ghost of Frankenstein, again.
Universal.
Saw 2?
Okay. Put Saw 2 next to Saw 1, please, because it's just so good. It has Donnie Wahlberg in it, and there's a huge twist at the end. It's pretty cool. They're in a house for the whole movie. There's some of the best traps in the entire franchise are in Saw 2, and I got to give it points for that.
Alrighty then. We got Bride of Frankenstein. You're next.
Your next is a home invasion movie, which I'm kind of a sucker for, like I said. It follows a whole bunch of masked people trying to kill a family, and the main character, who's a lady, she's actually smart. Like she makes smart decisions, which is usually not common in horror movies. So I think it's a really good. Horror movie, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah. So what are you thinking here? Like A?
Even top of B, somewhere near top of B wouldn't be too bad. Bottom A or top of B, it's up to you.
We'll put top of B.
Okay.
Because I feel like it would be better. Child's Play 1.
Child's Play, go ahead and put it in S. It's a franchise starter. It's awesome.
We know how big of suckers we are for franchise starters.
You see the death of Charles Lee Ray in that movie in the very beginning. It's really, really cool. It shows him coming to terms with being trapped in a doll's body, and I think that's just awesome.
Oh, and of course, it's just... there's so many creative ideas that started it off. We have this one. This is Halloween Dies or Kills. It's
I haven't watched it.
It's
I
where
believe it's Halloween Kills though.
yeah, it's where Michael dies. It's got a pretty weird story. He takes like a troubled kid who's like, and like basically builds him up to be the next Michael. Like he sucks and ends up dying, and then Laurie and Michael have the epic battle at the end. They they put him through a woodchuck or like whatever it is.
Okay.
And it's kind of goofy, kind of weird, kind of a weird way to end the movie. I would be okay with slapping it. I'd be okay slapping it below the second part.
Okay.
I'd be okay with putting it like right there.
Okay.
That's fine. The Fly. That's a universal.
That
one.
is universal. Yeah.
The Purge election year.
Purge election year. I think I maybe watched that one time when I was binging Purge movies.
I think it's a goofy one, right?
I don't remember too much about it, if I'm being completely honest.
I feel like if you don't remember much about it, I feel like that's like the Evil Dead series. Because if I'm remembering,
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I haven't watched it. Yeah. Part 2. This is when Jason still had his potato sack on with the eye hole. It's a pretty good movie.
It was the first one with Jason in it. Well, not as a kid.
Yeah, not kid Jason. Jason with the potato sack kills the main character from the first movie. I think her name was maybe Alice. I don't remember. It's a good movie though. Like it's in a camp counselors and stuff. You know, like it's a classic Jason movie. I would say, where do we have Friday the 13th Part 1 at?
S tier.
On par with it, because it's the first time we see Jason, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's like hand in hand.
Yeah, come on.
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity is a very classic movie, yeah.
I find it very nice. I like it. I don't know what more to say. I feel like it's a good haunting movie. It's like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like...
S?
I feel like bottom of S is like where it deserves.
That works.
And then Blair Witch.
Blair Witch gets S automatically.
It
is the best found footage horror movie ever, and it had like a very, very low budget. It's awesome.
I just love it. It's such a good movie.
Fun fact about the Blair Witch: people wrote letters to the actors' families thinking that they were hurt
and actually dead.
Yeah, because they made such a real movie.
Jaws.
I put it in S. I mean, honestly, like it's Jaws. Don't watch it before you go to the ocean, or you're gonna be afraid of the ocean.
It's banger after banger after banger, man.
Yeah, down here, dude.
Chapter 2.
It Chapter 2. Where do we have our other It at? I don't want to automatically put it in S.
We have It right here.
Okay. So maybe put it after. I mean, honestly, that
like the opening was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, where they're like harassing the gay guys. But
yeah,
a little rough. But
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It like
Psycho.
Like you literally can't think of a horror movie like Kill without thinking of the blood running down the drain, the scream.
Dude, everyone knows.
Alfred Hitchcock did great on that.
Everyone knows.
Yeah,
dude. S.
Like honestly.
Like where else could you put it? It's Psycho.
I put it ahead of. Well, it being a classic, like puts it in S, and like having that, I feel like it's still these like outweigh it in the gore and like the
just
action.
because we got better stuff, but yeah. I mean, it gets those bonus points.
Like it's comparing a rocket launcher to a Nerf gun.
Purge or Anarchy, you can slap that one next to the other one.
And
the Purge movies are kind of forgettable. I mean, thinking about it now.
Yeah, they're forgettable. The Purge 1 is the greatest.
Purge 1, I can remember the whole movie, but the rest of them, I mean.
Hello, Clarice.
Oh my gosh, we're moving on to Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs.
Like, I mean,
it's Silence of the Lambs. Come on, like it's a good movie. It's a creepy movie, like, and it's real too. Like it's not like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Like this is something that could actually happen.
Yeah, it's based in reality.
Dude. I mean, I personally like the old It more than I like the new It.
Oh no, I agree. It's
but not so much more. I would put it maybe, just right in front of it.
Maybe in between the two. Like I feel
like solid. That works.
A Nightmare 2. All right, we finally got to a bad one.
Okay.
Nightmare 2 has a reputation.
As respectfully as I can put it, A Nightmare 2 is very gay. I mean, that's a bad thing.
But
But there's more shirtless dudes in that movie than there is kills. I mean,
like,
not that that's a bad thing. I'm not knocking it points down for being like that.
it's just also like one of the worst nightmare movies.
It is. It's very weak. Weakly driven.
You have the golden child that is Nightmare 1 and the golden child that is Nightmare 3. This is the middle child.
The little right in the middle of it.
You have the oldest, and then you have the youngest child, and then you have the middle child that's very forgettable.
It starts very good, like the bus scene.
Yeah.
And it ends with the bus scene too. That's really cool.
And then it just dives off at the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than the other nightmares.
It's better than a new nightmare.
It's better than a new nightmare, and I would even say that it's better than. Where do we have Nightmare 3 at?
Nightmare 3, we have Nightmare 3 up, I think, in A.
We have Nightmare 3 in A, and we have Nightmare 1 in S. You could put it after Nightmare 3 in A or B. It's up to you.
You mean like right here?
Yeah. Somewhere there.
I put it.
Put it above. Yeah.
That's fine. Again, The Thing.
The Thing is a really good movie. I mean,
isn't it a Universal monster?
No.
I'm thinking of
Stephen King.
I'm thinking of I think it came from the lagoon. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no. The Thing takes place at an Arctic base. Kurt Russell's in the movie. It's about a shape-shifting monster. It's an awesome movie. There is a remake. Not a remake. There's a sequel of the same name that doesn't do as good, but this one is so solid, dude. I would give it A tier.
A tier. Where are you feeling in A tier?
A tier.
Below the Hellraisers.
Below the Hellraisers works for me. Yeah.
I'll slap it ahead of The Conjuring though, because I feel like that. The Evil Dead. Love it. Oh, there's so many good scenes.
Ash Williams.
Great kills. I love the needle to the eye one. That's a pretty cool one. It makes me squirmish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna slap it ahead of Psycho, but
okay.
not ahead of Silence of the Lambs. Her worst 3 hours of my life. Me and my father agree. This was a waste of 3 hours of our life. It's a psychological movie, and it's not really a horror movie, but I hated it. It's probably the worst movie I've ever watched in my life. I would put it very low down. And you might disagree with me if you ever watch it, but I just hate it so much. And frankly, right there. That's where it goes. That's where it deserves.
I'll trust you. I'll let you take the first Purge.
The first Purge?
That's what that one is called, I believe, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the first Purge. I thought you saw it. Yeah, you did the Purge.
Oh, I watched it, but...
Forgettable?
Yeah, and not I've only watched it one time, and honestly, I don't remember much from it.
The Curse of Michael Myers.
It's a Halloween movie. We have a list of Halloween movies, don't we?
Yeah, we have we have the 4 and 5 down here.
Put it somewhere there. I'll trust your judgment.
Slap it right there.
Don't get me wrong. Halloween is a solid franchise. I love Michael Myers, but the movies, not for me.
All right, Gremlins. Not really a horror movie,
but an awesome movie.
It's a funny movie. I liked it. I watched it recently, and it was...
Oh, yeah. Dude, don't feed them after midnight. Let me tell you one thing.
But I never understood that. When do we constitute being able to feed them again?
Yeah, well, after midnight, before bed sometime there. Don't get them wet either.
Fair enough. But it is a good movie. I'd put it...
not S tier.
It's not S tier.
A tier.
I'd put it ahead of these two.
It deserves to be above Shaun of the Dead at least.
Yeah, well, because it's not really a horror movie. I'm putting all the non-horror movies kind of at the lower end.
Yeah.
So, The Ring.
The Ring. 7 days. Okay. The Ring. I'm not sure which one that is. That is the newer one, I believe.
I feel like it. Yeah.
I could rank the original Ring. I'd probably put it in A. I don't know if I've watched the remake. We'll just constitute that as the remake, or as the new one.
Yeah.
Throw it in A.
All right, we'll slap it right there.
That works for me.
All right.
Cujo, another Stephen King movie. Book then movie. Where do we have Pet Sematary at?
We have Pet Sematary in, I believe, A.
I personally like Pet Sematary a little bit more than I like Cujo.
So, But do you like Child's Play more than Cujo?
I do.
So we'll put it ahead of The Ring?
Yeah.
That's fair. I do agree with that one. Nightmare 4.
That is Nightmare 4? No, we had Nightmare 4. Which one is that?
We have not had Nightmare 4. We've had Nightmare 5, 3.
Nightmare 4 is the one with the mental hospital.
You're right. Who are you?
Technical difficulties. What?
Give us
Is that Freddy's Dead?
I think that is Freddy's Dead.
Okay. If that's Freddy's Dead is it is towards the end of the Nightmare movies where they kind of sucked.
Better than a New Nightmare.
It's a stupid way to end the series before giving yourself New Nightmare.
And you know,
but it is better than it. Compared to it, it's S tier. Go ahead. Let's get the next movie in there.
All right. We got Poltergeist.
All you.
Poltergeist is a good movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, ghosts, possession, taking a kid into a spirit world. I mean,
all you could do.
That's all you can do. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's S-worthy, but I do. And
you do like it.
I do like it. I'd put it right there.
That's solid for me.
Pretty solid A.
Okay.
The Nun.
The Nun is boring.
And
dude.
Garbage.
And it's garbage. I mean, Nun movies don't really work for me anyways, but that one specifically, I watched it and I just got bored. You're not supposed to be bored when watching a movie. Come on now.
So, are we gonna... I mean, that's how I felt with Hereditary. Do you want to put it with that Hereditary?
E or F, for sure.
Like,
if you don't like it as well, I would put it in F.
I don't know where I would put it. I feel like these both equally suck as much.
That's fun. Halloween, which
Resurrection. That's like when they rebooted the series, after.
Oh,
yeah, after
okay.
After 2, they put
I don't know, man. Put it with the other Halloweens. People are gonna think we hate Halloween.
I mean, I put it in front of 4. The Descent.
The Descent. Not a lot of people know The Descent. It's not as mainstream as other movies on the list, but it's a really good movie about a group of girls that go cave crawling, cave exploring. It makes you feel really claustrophobic. It makes you feel... there's jump scares work in this movie, and usually I'm not... it doesn't rely on them either.
Yeah, jump scares usually are a crutch for horror movies to fall back on.
You actually feel fear when you're watching this movie.
And claustrophobia, and...
It's a good movie. I mean, I'm okay with A. S.
I'm okay with putting it, in between American Psycho.
I don't think it's better than Freddy vs. Jason.
Or the Hellraisers.
I
feel like it's better than the Poltergeists, though.
Okay, so right there, that works?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Okay. Silent Hill. Now, everyone knows that there's a video game based off this.
Yeah.
But, actually, I don't think I can actually say on this. Because...
Throw it in haven't watched then, because I don't know much about the movie either.
Final chapter, though.
Friday 4, I believe. Pretty good. That's with the one where they introduced... I can't remember his name. It's the little boy, and he shaves his head at the end, and he pretends to be Pamela Voorhees. Pretty solid movie. There's some boobies in it. There's a whole skinny dipping scene, and I mean,
is it better than all the other ones we put up?
Definitely. I would put it in A.
How about we put it ahead of Nightmare 2?
Yeah, that works for me.
I'm okay with putting it actually right there.
Yeah.
In between the Halloweens. All right.
I hate this movie.
I think it gets a bad rap.
This is the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, and it is actually garbage.
It is not that bad.
It's worse than New Nightmare.
You're 100% sure with that?
Oh, positive, yeah.
Okay, well, all right. I think you're wrong.
You're wrong.
All righty, buddy. Do you even remember what A New Nightmare was about?
Yeah. It's a meta piece of dog crap. It's about what's her name? Heather Langenkamp, who plays Nancy, playing as herself with her son, and
all right, I get it.
Freddy starts to come into real life, and it sucks.
All right, fine.
And this is worse than that.
How do you find that worse than? How do you find this worse than?
Because it makes me feel gross watching it, and not in the good way.
Fine, E tier.
Thank you.
I'm putting it in front of Insidious and Scary Movie 5.
That's okay with me.
Godzilla's not a horror movie. I say that's a Universal monster.
I guess. I mean, it's an OG. I would give it A or S.
I'll give it the head of the Universal monster table.
We can do that.
Predator.
Predator is an action movie. But it's also a pretty good slasher, I'd say. I mean, just the introduction of the Predator and for what he stands in pop culture, you could.
I don't think it's S-worthy. It's not.
But Alien's an S, but that's just because I like Alien. You could put it in A and I wouldn't be too mad.
We'll slap it next to Alien, like before Alien.
Yeah, put them together just because, you know.
We've... Curse of Chucky. Oh, wait. Return of the Living Dead. That's another Universal monster.
Is it?
Feature. I think
I'm not sure.
So, I mean, look at those costumes.
I guess, yeah, go ahead.
Universal monster. Curse of Chucky.
Curse of Chucky sucks just as much as Cult of Chucky does. Maybe it's a little bit better, but I don't like it.
Alrighty. We have
Conjuring.
The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do. Okay, this one is a court. It's like a courtroom drama, pretty much.
Okay.
Not really a horror movie.
Okay.
I will not say that. I'd say it sucks a little worse than New Nightmare.
Okay.
Actually, I put it above New Nightmare.
Okay.
There we go. Dracula.
Universal
monster. I'd put him right next to Godzilla. I'm going to reorganize that a little bit. 28 Days Later.
28 Days Later is about a disease. Pretty
Zombie,
good movie.
Zombie survival movie. By the way, I'm going to have to add all our extra ones up.
I've watched it maybe twice. It's an okay movie.
Yep.
Solid. Not C, but B maybe after Friday 5. Yeah, right there.
That'll work. Okay. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Is that a remake?
I think that was a remake, and if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't that great, but it wasn't terrible.
Okay.
So I'd be okay with slapping
Another basic one?
Yeah, I'd be okay with putting it ahead of Scary Movie, right next to Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
The Omen. You watched The Omen.
No, I haven't.
Where did The Omen come from? I feel like I put that up. Candyman. I love Candyman.
Candyman is a really good movie.
Candyman is actually really cool.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And I group it with all the other slasher villains. I mean, I'd put them. I'd put it in S.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I would put it maybe after It, though. Still deserves S, but after It.
Right.
After Halloween,
yeah.
too. And after the Blair Witch.
I feel like Candyman's better than Jaws, though.
I'd say it's better than Jaws, worse than The Purge.
All right.
Swap them, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait. That was good?
That'll work.
All right, hold on. There we go. Fixed it. All right. Night of the Creeps.
Don't know what that is. It's probably Universal.
Friday the 13th. What is this one?
I don't recall. I think that one is... No, I watched it, obviously. I would say maybe... I think that one's... No matter what one it is, it's better than Friday 5.
Alright. We'll put it right there. That sound fine to you?
Yeah.
Alright. Scream 1!
Scream S. I mean, what can you do?
What's your favorite horror movie?
Hello, Cindy.
What are you thinking? And that's
I like Scream a little bit more than Halloween. More than It. Not more than Alien.
So you're thinking like right here?
Yeah.
In front of the lighthouse? Alright, and then hold on, give me a second here. Hold on. We're gonna pause my recording for a second. Bonus round, we got a few extra movies.
Oh yeah.
Alright, The Mist.
The Mist is a solid movie.
It has a great ending.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that ending is awesome. And it's a bottle movie, kinda, if you consider being strapped in the grocery store a bottle movie. So it's pretty good. I mean, honestly, we have a couple other Stephen King movies in S tier, I believe.
Yeah, so do you want to put it, I feel like it's better than Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah. Maybe right after. Maybe better than Hellraiser.
Yeah, I feel like that's
okay.
Fine. Okay, Scream 2, and then you get to talk about... Oh, wait. We got the Screams.
Scream 2 and 3.
Yep.
You can take those because I want to finish it off with Texas Chainsaw.
Scream 2. I haven't watched Scream 2 or 3.
Okay, so Scream 2, they both just kind of continue...
What Ghostface was doing in, like, the part 1?
Yeah, it's about, like, they continue. They really went in on making fun of horror movies like they did in the first one.
Yeah, I feel like this would go with the scary movies, right?
Yeah.
Scary movie. Would you say 3 is better than 2, or 2 is better than 3?
2 is better than 3.
All right.
In my opinion.
Now, let her rip.
Okay, so I think you should take Texas Chainsaw 2 and put it at the top of A tier.
Top of A tier.
The very top of it, yeah.
You're saying better than American Psycho?
It is. Oh, maybe. No, okay. Keep it there. I like it. Chop Top Sawyer has a special place in my heart. It's an awesome movie. It's funny. It's different than the first one. They tried to do something different. I think they successfully did.
Something different than the first movie?
The one there that says Leatherface.
Yeah.
That is the third movie. That is when he gets his golden chainsaw. I might just rank it A tier, B tier just for the chainsaw. But the movie is not as good. Put it at the bottom of B tier. Actually, I think that would be a good place
for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Leatherface. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning.
Okay, so that one is a reboot, and it's an okay reboot. It's pretty grimy in the way that they film it, in how everything is. It doesn't have the bright nature that the first one had when they're outside. It's a solid. I'm not a fan of the Texas Chainsaw sequels in general, but this one can take C tier.
Like top of C?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And then this one.
Okay. Texas Chainsaw Massacre has Matthew McConaughey in it, and it is not a good movie by any means.
But Matthew McConaughey.
But it's funny because the acting is awful. Put it next to the one we just had, please. And I think we got ourselves a solid tier list then.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta split them up. Just Shining is better. So we got ourselves a tier list. I feel like our S tier is just beautiful.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
The A tier is pretty solid. B tier is pretty solid. I feel like, of course, we'd have more if we watched these, but
we're uncultured. And
then Universal Monsters have their own list.
Yeah.
So I feel like we did pretty good.
I feel like we did pretty dang good. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good list. All right. So if you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. It'd mean a lot to me, especially him.
Oh yeah.
And remember.
Can I say the thing?
Go ahead. Be my guest.
Keep it sticky.
Bye-bye.